whenever you're ready.
Mr. DeMoss, thank you for taking your time off to let me interview you about the story.
You're welcome. Thanks for wanting to talk with me.
We're learning about economics.
Okay.
There were a list of projects, and it's like interviewing a store owner was one of them.
Okay.
And luckily you were a store owner.
That's very convenient.
And you were nice enough to say yes. So I have 16 questions.
Great.
And my first one is, how many stores do you have?
There's 7 stores all over, just in Atlanta though, but it's all over the Atlanta area.
Do you think there's room for one more store?
You know, I think there is. I don't know where yet, but I think there's room. Atlanta's a big sprawling city, so yes, I think there's got to be room for at least one more.
Wow, you must have a lot of stores.
It keeps us busy for sure.
How do you manage it?
We've got a great team. See, it's like sports, right? If you have one person who's really good, but nobody else knows what they're doing, you're not going to have a very good team, right? But if you have a bunch of people who are all really good at what they're doing, then you'll have a really good team. Probably like your soccer team that went undefeated last year, right? I bet there was a lot of players that knew what they were doing. Yeah, that's how it is with us. Yeah. So a lot of experience. So we have a lot of experience too in our team, so that helps a lot. Yep.
You know what your stores are?
I do, yes, I know. Yep, I've actually, not only do I know where they are, but I helped with the construction of every single one of them. So I know them very well. In fact, I was just in our store in Kennesaw a little while ago.
Do you have a store in Kennesaw?
In Kennesaw, yes.
Kennesaw State?
Yes, right, very close to Kennesaw State.
Wow, that's really far.
Yep, well, we have a store in Kennesaw, and then on the other side of Atlanta, we have a store in Suwanee.
Wow.
So that's really far too. Yeah.
Do you just sell for one specific sport?
Yes, for the most part. So it is running, but we work with a lot of people who like to walk, and we work with people who like to go hiking too. But yes, so it's basically for running and walking primarily. So
Okay.
it's pretty focused.
Okay. Do you know how many items you at least sell a day?
Wow, I should. That's a great question. You know, if this was like a graduate school interview, that would be exactly the kind of question they would ask me as well. So this is a good question. I don't. We don't look at things necessarily on a daily basis, but we probably sell, we'll say maybe 150 to 200 pairs of shoes a day.
Wow.
Probably somewhere in that. That's probably a ballpark. And then, of course, we have other things like some of the apparel that you see and some of the other items that help people enjoy their running and walking more.
Yeah. A lot of people must love sports and like running.
Yeah, well, so running's great because for
right?
almost all sports, you know, running's kind of a part of it, right? So you play basketball and soccer, and of course, especially in soccer, if you're going to be a good soccer player, you're probably going to have to do a decent amount of running. And there's a lot of kids who play soccer that may do a lot of running on the side. Or
I always do. I always
you
have
do.
to
That's
do,
good.
Like I'm offense, but sort of it's like defense because I always have to run back and kick it away.
Yeah.
I always get past defense. I'm like, really?
Yep. And as you get older and you get on those bigger fields, you'll have to run even more. So you got to, for a lot of sports, you've got to be a pretty good runner to play the sport. And so, you know, we don't work with just runners. We sometimes work with people who are running because they're trying to get ready for something else.
Yeah, like a race or something.
That's right. Well, yes, certainly a race for sure.
Do you know how many people come every day?
That's another great question. And another question I don't know. I don't have an exact answer for, but you know what? Let's come up with a decent answer. It's probably anywhere. From 200 on the low end to, you know, on some of our real big weekends, we probably have over 1,000 people come through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like how many people actually buy versus year round?
That's another. You've got, man, these are great questions. This is good. We're gonna have to keep this video so that we can use it to analyze if we know what we're doing. So in this particular type of business, we have, the word is called conversion. So the people that come in and actually buy something is pretty high because a lot of people that come here because they have a specific reason for coming here. So, unlike some stores that are sort of, oh, just come in and see what's out there. More often people come here because they have a specific thing that they're looking for. And if we're doing our job well, we have it. If we're not doing our job well, then we don't have it. Then we gotta help them figure out how they're gonna get it.
How do you know what customers like and don't like?
Oh, well, so, part of our job is to listen to what people say. It's a real important part of our job is to listen to what they say and to hear what they like and don't like and to learn from that. And that helps us understand what we need to have. Another part of our job is to educate people on products that might be good for them to consider, even if it's something they haven't considered before. So sometimes it's our job to listen to what they like, and sometimes it's our job to suggest things so they can try it and see if they like it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people come in and will say, well, I want to get your opinion, or what do you think about
That's
this?
what I asked the librarian when I brought a lot of books in.
That's right. Well, so that's good, and the librarian knows what he or she is talking about, right? And so they're a good resource. So hopefully we're a good resource too. So sometimes people come in asking us what we think they might like, and we make recommendations, and other times we just need to listen and make sure that we know what people are looking for.
Have many people that bought usually come back?
Yeah, a pretty good amount. It depends on what time frame you're talking about, and we do a lot of we look a lot over and say, well, how many people have come back over a 1-year period? We do a lot of research about that, and if they do come back, we ask ourselves, well, why did they come back? And if they don't come back, we ask ourselves, well, why didn't they come back? So we try to have a real good understanding of who's coming back frequently.
You try to make your store so people would actually come back and buy it.
That's right. There's a lot of options in this world, so we have to make sure we're giving people good reasons to come back.
Okay. Do you let people buy online?
Yes, we do have actually an online store, so you can go to our website, and there's a little icon that says Shop BPRC. And BPRC stands for Big Peach Running Company. And you can go on there and you can buy shoes, or you can buy apparel like our own. We have our own apparel line that's called Run ATL. So ATL for Atlanta. It says Run. It's like saying Run Atlanta, but it says on the shirt, and we've got some over there. But I was thinking I might have one on because I often wear one, but I don't have it on right now. But so you can buy, and then there's some other smaller items you can buy online as well.
Okay.
Do you like buying stuff online?
I don't do it.
You don't do it?
It's always let me do it.
That's probably good, but I bet you go online sometimes.
How do you hire people that you need to work at the store?
Well, we're fortunate that we get a lot of people who apply to express interest in working for the store. So we talk to each one of them, and if there's an opening, then we'll talk to them very seriously and find out. And first of all, the first thing the biggest criteria for working at Big Peach Running Company is you have to be passionate about running or walking. Yeah, but you got to be really passionate about either one of those. You like both, so see, who knows? You get a little bit older, you may be the perfect candidate to go work at Big Peach. That's good. I like it. So that's the first requirement, and after that, there's some other things that we look for, and certainly people who like to work with people, like to talk to people, and like to be around people is really, really important, because you can see this is an environment where you spend a lot of time talking to people. So, if you love running but don't really like talking to people, it probably won't work out that well. But if you're super shy, or you can be shy, but maybe you're not shy when you're talking about running, right? So we just don't want you to be shy when you're talking about running, and those are two important criteria. And then for the managers that we have, everyone is hired internally, which means that we hire people for managers who are working as part of our team already. So it's kind of like they graduate up, right? If they're interested and if we have an opening. So it's good. So everybody who's a manager has started off as somebody who came in as an hourly team member.
Do you know how many employees you have?
So there's between 90 and 100 total, depending on the time of year.
Do Do you know which store has the most?
That's a good question. So right now our Brookhaven store and our Kennesaw store have the most people on their team roster.
Do you know how much they have?
They have probably somewhere between 15 and 20 total.
15 and 20.
People, yep, per store. But that counts people who work a lot and people who work just a little bit.
Okay. Do you know what challenges do you face?
Oh gosh, many. Many challenges. I think, you know, the biggest challenge we have right now would be that the products that we sell can be found in a lot of different places. So our challenge is giving people a reason to come to Big Beach Running Company, right? And that because they can go a lot of different places, and that's good. That's good for the running community because there's a lot of options out there. So it's really a good thing. But it makes it challenging for us because we've got to give people a reason to say, well, I go to Big Beach because of this. So we've got to always make sure every single day we give them a really good reason either to come for the first time or the second time come back. Right, exactly. Well, that's good. But that's a challenge. That's a challenge that shows, that's an indication of a healthy environment. So it's good. Good for everybody.
Do you know how you try to compete against competitors?
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that makes us different, I think, although maybe I'm biased, so maybe somebody else would have to answer this question, but I think what makes us different is two things. One, we try to be the friendliest place on earth.
It doesn't matter about the prices.
We try to be super friendly. So our pricing is
lower than other stores.
It's not necessarily lower. We are priced at exactly, because we don't set the pricing. All the manufacturers that make the products that we carry, they set the pricing. So we just take their suggested price, and that's our price. We don't go higher or lower from that, except in certain situations where we might go lower. But what
people don't buy that product, you want to make it lower so they might buy it.
Potentially, that is certainly a strategy that can be used, but we try to be the friendliest place around because people like going to places that are friendly, right?
Yeah.
And we also try to be the most knowledgeable place around because people, if they're looking for advice or recommendations, they want to talk to somebody who hopefully knows what they're talking about, right? So we try to be super friendly, super knowledgeable, and a lot of fun. If you can't have fun doing this, it's kind of like if you're playing soccer but not having any fun. It's kind of like, well, you shouldn't be doing it anymore, right?
I know, right?
Yeah. So you got to have fun. So we try to be fun, friendly, and knowledgeable.
Okay. What is the most fun part about your job?
Well, this is one of them right now, for sure. But I and probably most people that work with us really like talking to other people who are passionate about running and walking. Because I'm really passionate about running and walking. I really enjoy doing both of them. And I really like talking to other people who also enjoy running and walking. And guess what? I get to talk to a lot of people who like running and walking here. And that's really cool.
I play them more 60 hours. I mean, more than an hour a day. I was going to say 60 minutes, but.
That's good. But see, so, you know, it's really, when you get older and you start thinking about jobs you might want to do, one of the best things to ask yourself is, well, what do I really like? And if you're like, I like ice cream or something like that.
You can work at yoga.
You can work at a place like that. Absolutely, it's a place that works somewhere where you enjoy it and you're really excited about it, and then you know what, you'll be really good at it.
Yeah.
And people will like to come talk to you because people who have similar interests, they like talking to each other.
Thank you, Mr. DeMoss, for
that's it. That's good.
letting me interview you. It was really fun.
Kate, you're welcome. It was really fun for me as well. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Come ask questions anytime.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.